Right, it's 1st of May, beautiful day. Sitting here in my car thinking that it's time I had a wee look at my gearbox switch. Now, the reversion lights don't work at the car, Mitsubishi Galant, as you probably know by now. GLX SE, 2 litre. 101,000 on the clock, which is nothing by today's standards. However, the gearbox switch I'm sure has been clicking on and off a lot in all that miles. It's not an MOT failure to have no reversion lights, I'm led to believe. However, it would be nice to have them working because in the winter time it's just good to see where you're going in. Back to the problem in hand. The last time I was looking at it, I didn't have a 24mm socket to pull it out, and because I'd lent my tools to somebody a way back and I didn't get the half of them back, and the ones I did get back were left out in the rain for about a month and were pretty rusty, including my jack and various other tools. So the moral of the story is don't lend your tools to anybody. If they want to use tools, then go and buy the tools the same as I did and use you. So, where did we get to? Well, if you eliminate the possible, or the obvious, being the bulbs, I checked the reversion light bulbs, they appear to be okay and intact, and you eliminate the next thing on the list, which is probable, being the fuses, blown fuse, why not? Checked all the fuses I can find, again, everything seemed in order. Then that leaves you with the unlikely, but probably where we're going to end up, which is the gearbox switch failing due to being maybe filthy or just generally broken. I have no idea because I haven't pulled one out to have a look, because it's not really that common thing I've had to do. So anyway, let's see where we go from there. It may be able to be cleaned, and if it can't be cleaned, so what? You know, it's no big deal. It's about £18 to replace it, as I said before in the last video, so I'll replace it. No hurry, but if it can clean up and work again, good. It should do the job. I'm not asking it to do anything horrendous, I'm just asking it to pull a switch out that may not come out. It's in an alloy casing after all, so it's probably well seized in there. On the other hand, it may just come out as easy as that. There's only one way to find out, and let's get on and do it. Right, so first, obviously, I want to remove this gearbox. Hard to believe, it's the 1st of May today. So beautiful here, and yet in England they're getting flooded beyond belief, and yet they're still under drought conditions because the ground can't absorb the water. This is the advantage we have in the Highlands. It can rain all it likes because our ground just soaks it up. Right, remove that. Gearbox switch is down in there somewhere. Can't see it now. Okay, I'm going to take the box off. Take the box off because it's just easier. Unplug this. See what it's doing, would help. Push down the tab. Wiggle it off. Set the box aside. And that leaves a nice clean air filter. And I think, remember rightly, it's 10mm bolts, and it is. There's one here, there's one inside the box, two here, one up and down, and one inside the box. So there's 3. Okay, right, I took the camera off the tripod for a moment or two just so that there's no mistaking as to where it is, because sometimes when you look at pictures and things in books you think, yeah, that's great, but you try to find it in the engine and it just doesn't look the same. So, as you can see, that's the layout of the engine. And our gearbox switch is here. Just, you see the pipe that goes to the clutch slave cylinder. Well, the switch is there. The light's not very good actually, but anyway. At the side of the switch there's a push-in bit. So you squeeze it and pull the plug off. Set it to the side. Out your way. And now you can see the switch. Wait a minute, can you see the switch? Focus in the camera. There you go. You can see it. Not brilliant, but you can see it. Right, got my trusty little torch out. Make sure you get a better view of it. So that nut below the switch is 24mm. And the burning question is, will it come out or will it not? But I'm now going to set it back on the tripod and we'll see. Right, here we go. Right, see it? Now it's like a ball bearing. It's obviously whenever you put it in reverse something was pushing that. Is it dirty? Doesn't look that dirty. Does it feel sticky? Well, maybe a little. So I'm going to spray it with some brake cleaner or carb cleaner and just see what happens. Probably nothing. Right, so how does it work? Well, if you look in there, what can you see in here? Come on camera, focus. Well, when it's in any other gear other than reverse, it's like a wee plate. Comes up below the hole and obviously pushes the ball bearing on the end of this up. So when you go into reverse, that wee plate disappears and the ball bearing must come out. So I guess that's what operates the switch. Quite simple. So could it just be a dirty switch? I don't know. It's torches. You can see the wee plate, right? You can just see it there. Sometimes, wait a minute, if I get one beam working, it might work better. You can see it shining in there. It's not far below. Maybe it just wears out the bearing. Right, no, so obviously in any other gear that's up, pushing the bearing, ball bearing up in the switch. See, when you go into reverse that disappears. I'll try and show by putting it in reverse. What you could see before, you no longer see. What's this, we're going to macros. Obviously you can't do macro, you know. Anyway, I'll have to take my word for it.
So I've cleaned the switch with some brake cleaner. There's nothing obvious came out of it. Probably tells me that it's going to be a failure. But hey, nothing lost. Worth a try. Didn't take long. It's a nice day for it. Why not? So now we'll stick it back in. Ach, we used to say in Aberdeen, you can, that didn't work. So, if you want that translated, well, that didn't work. So, back to the drawing board. Either it needs a new switch, or it's got a wiring problem somewhere in there. I don't know. But I'll buy a switch and find out. Other than that, I can do no more today. At least you know where it's located, if you're ever looking for it. That's what it is. And somebody was talking about fuse boxes. One there, right? And I don't have the book that tells you what fuse is for what. I have an owner's manual on a disc, but it doesn't give any of the electronic stuff. It doesn't tell you where any of the fuses are, which I thought was a bit disappointing. I don't know which is the symbol for reversing lights, if it's on that one or not. And as I pointed out, the only other fuse box that I know of in the Galant is here, which you pull this thing out. There's a heap of fuses in there. Okay. And good luck with them too, because I don't have the diagram for them either. But you have that, which may or may not be of help to someone, because they know all the symbols and I don't. But I'm sure one of them could well be reversing lights, and as far as I know, it is one of them. But as I said, I did check them all. And look, damn, it's the last time I was having a job getting them out, and there's the wee thing you require for pulling the fuses. The gripper. However, I did it with needle nose pliers. So, there you have it. Put it back in there. Somehow, correctly. There you go. And, let's see. I probably will buy a new switch and see what happens. I was just looking at the boot the other day and thinking, do you think I carry too much stuff around in the boot? Tools, 2 toolboxes, trolley jack, another toolbox, snow shovel, boots, jackets, hats, brake fluid, de-icer. I think some of that could probably go out now, it's summertime. Snow chains, another toolbox. Yeah. It probably would take about probably save another mile or two to the Galant if I empty the boot. Hey, I like to have my tools with me. There's nothing worse than something simple going wrong with your car, side of the road, you can't fix it. You know you can, but you can't, because where's your tools? Lying at home. Do you take them all with you? Oh God. No, but the very one you need is the one that's usually lying at home. So you take a selection of what you hope you might need. It might be of use.